Have you ever met someone whose home always looks pristine, yet they never seem to break a sweat keeping it that way? It's almost like a magic trick. You walk in and everything feels so comfortable and calm, as though the clutter just can't find a place to live. But here's the intriguing part. A lot of these seemingly spotless spaces belong to seniors, people who've got decades of life experience and a treasure trove of everyday strategies. They aren't doing marathon scrubbing sessions or buying every fancy cleaning gadget on the market. Instead, they rely on a handful of daily habits nurtured over time that keep their homes looking warm, cozy, and inviting. You might wonder, what are these effortless secrets? And how do they transform a place from chaotic to calm without constant effort? Today, you're about to discover exactly how seniors manage to keep their spaces tidy with minimal stress. Each section will reveal a new piece of the puzzle. And by the end, you'll see why these tactics work so well. And more importantly, how you can use them in your own home immediately. Before we start, remember this. These habits aren't about perfection. They're about consistency. Every small, intentional move creates a ripple of tidiness that adds up over time. And the best part is, you don't have to wait for the weekend or a special occasion to begin. Any day is a good day to make your home more peaceful and inviting. So let's embark on a journey through practical routines, meaningful examples, and small changes that yield huge payoffs. Pay close attention to each tip, because any single one might be the key that unlocks a cleaner, calmer life. Early riser advantage. Many seniors who live in tidy homes start their day by waking up at a consistent time. That doesn't mean you have to be an extreme early riser. Rather, it's about setting a gentle pattern. Waking up at a time that aligns with your natural energy allows you to get a head start on small but significant tasks. For instance, a few seniors say their quiet morning hours are the best time to tackle the day's first wave of tidying. You might see them folding a light load of laundry while waiting for the kettle to boil, or wiping the kitchen table right before they prepare breakfast. Making the bed immediately. One habit that almost always appears in a tidy senior's routine is making the bed as soon as they get up. It sounds trivial, but it creates an instant sense of accomplishment. Why does it matter so much? Because the bed is typically the largest piece of furniture in your bedroom. And when it's neat, the whole room feels more polished. This single action also instills a mindset of order, nudging you to keep other spaces neat as the day unfolds. A 2-minute tidy up. You'd be surprised by how much you can get done in just 2 minutes. Many seniors use these short bursts of time to address tiny tasks that might otherwise pile up. For example, you wake up, rinse your face, and notice a stray tissue on the bathroom counter. Toss it immediately. Or you see that yesterday's cup of tea is still on your nightstand. Bring it to the sink on your next trip out of the bedroom. If you pick up items as soon as you see them, your home rarely has the chance to become messy. One senior, Lucy, age 73, calls these microactions. Each microaction lasts just seconds, but collectively they maintain a continuous sense of order. Simple refreshers. Another subtle morning routine is the quick airing out of rooms. Picture someone like Roger, 76, who opens the windows for a few minutes as soon as he's dressed. He believes that letting in fresh air brightens not just the room, but also his mood. Often, along with opening the window, he'll do a fast scan of the room for clutter, placing items where they belong. By the time he's ready to close the window, the room feels fresh and orderly, and the entire process might have taken him only a few minutes. Mindset matters. These small steps add up because they build momentum early in the day. By the time breakfast is over, you've already cleared away dishes, aired out a room, and made your bed. You feel a subtle encouragement to keep the rest of the day running just as smoothly. Think of it like rolling a ball down a slope. Once it starts moving, it's easy to maintain that momentum. But that's just the beginning. Coming up next is a powerful concept about surfaces. Those deceptively simple areas that can make or break the way your home looks. And what you discover might completely change how you organize your space moving forward. Why surfaces matter. Have you noticed that when you walk into a kitchen with cluttered counters, the entire room feels chaotic? Meanwhile, a space with clear countertops looks instantly bigger, calmer, and more welcoming, even if the floors haven't been mopped in a while. Seniors who have mastered the art of everyday tidiness understand this better than anyone. They know that if the surfaces you see most frequently are clutter-free, the entire home feels more pulled together, out of sight, out of mind, but organized. This doesn't mean these individuals have banished all items to random cupboards or hidden them in messy drawers. Instead, they've learned a balance. Frequently used things stay within easy reach, but they're stored neatly in predictable spots. For example, if you have a favorite kettle or coffee maker, it might remain on the counter, but the sugar, tea bags, and coffee filters are tidied away in designated containers. The moment these containers empty or get messy, they're cleaned or refilled. By doing this, seniors limit the visual clutter, which helps them maintain a sense of peace. Immediate reset after use. One trick that keeps surfaces shining is the immediate reset. Picture a senior finishing a sandwich at the kitchen island. Before leaving, they wipe off any crumbs, rinse the plate, and put it in the dishwasher. The entire process may take under a minute, but it leaves the surface ready for its next use. This approach means they rarely, if ever, face a daunting pile of crusty dishes or sticky counters. Strategic storage. Another gem is the use of small shelving units or racks near high-use areas. For instance, many seniors place a compact spice rack by the stove, ensuring that everything they need for cooking is close at hand, but not scattered about. The same logic applies in the living room, where a small basket might be used for remote controls, reading glasses, or tissues. Important items remain accessible yet contained. Visual peace and emotional calm. Surfaces play a psychological role. 2. Clear surfaces convey a feeling of mental space and calmness. Seniors like Roberta, 77, often say that a tidy countertop helps them think clearly, whether they're cooking, sorting mail, or chatting with a grandchild. There's no frantic searching through a pile of stuff. Everything you need is either right in front of you or stored in a logical place. So if your dining table doubles as a dumping ground for mail, keys, and random items, consider how the surfaces stay clear philosophy might transform that area into something more inviting. But we're still only scratching the surface of how seniors manage their homes so beautifully. Up next is a game changer that emphasizes smart organization over tedious scrubbing, a shift that makes daily maintenance smoother than you ever imagined. A lifelong accumulation. One might assume that seniors have more to store thanks to a lifetime of memories and mementos. But the reason their homes still feel airy and easy to manage is that many have honed the skill of organizing items in a way that supports their daily routines. Instead of dedicating entire weekends to heavy-duty cleaning, they approach tidiness as a continuous project, something that evolves with their needs. Designated zones. Seniors often divide their homes into zones based on function. For instance, a reading nook might have a small side table with a shelf underneath for books and magazines. The key is that everything needed for reading, like bookmarks, reading glasses, or a magnifier, is right there so clutter doesn't migrate all over the house. In the kitchen, a baking zone might hold mixing bowls, measuring cups, and baking sheets in one cabinet. By assigning logical homes to each category of items, seniors reduce the chance of random clutter and make cleanup more natural. Labeling and transparency. Another smart tactic is labeling. Some seniors use labeled containers or even see-through bins so they can spot what they need at a glance. Picture opening a pantry and finding a series of clear containers labeled rice, pasta, flour, or cereal. Not only is it visually satisfying, but it also makes meal prep more efficient. And when everything is labeled, you're more likely to return items to their rightful place, preserving order without conscious effort. Storage solutions that evolve. What works for a household today might not work forever. Many seniors update their organization as their lifestyles and abilities change. For example, if bending down to reach lower cabinets becomes uncomfortable, they might invest in slide-out shelves or move frequently used items to higher drawers. This adaptability keeps them from letting clutter gather in less accessible areas. Preventive decluttering. Instead of waiting for stuff to overflow, seniors often declutter little by little. They might open a drawer to retrieve a utensil and notice something they haven't used in years, so they set it aside for donation on the spot. This small step ensures that items they no longer need don't keep accumulating. A daily or weekly pass through the house Scanning for anything unused or broken helps them maintain a streamlined environment year-round. By prioritizing clever organization, labeling bins, designating zones, and evolving storage solutions, seniors dodge the dreaded all-day cleaning marathons. Everything has a place, which makes daily tidying second nature. But there's another habit that might sound almost too simple, yet it works wonders in the long run: cleaning as you go. Let's explore that next and see how it eliminates the tension of big messes. Why procrastinate? Have you ever noticed how a small pile of dirty dishes can become a mountain if left unchecked? Or how a few stray bits of trash can multiply until you're overwhelmed? Seniors who consistently maintain tidy homes rarely face such daunting tasks because they approach cleaning in real time. The moment something spills, they wipe it. The second they finish a snack, they toss the wrapper. This principle of handling small messes immediately keeps chores from snowballing into giant headaches. Cooking and cleaning simultaneously. A classic example is the kitchen. Instead of letting ingredients, utensils, and pans pile up while they cook, seniors often wash or rinse items as soon as they're done using them. By the time the meal is ready to be served, the kitchen is nearly back to its baseline of tidiness. This habit is especially crucial for seniors with limited energy or mobility, as it avoids the physically taxing scenario of scrubbing a huge stack of dishes later on. Even if you're younger, you'll find that this approach saves time overall and leaves your kitchen more pleasant to work in. Immediate disposal. Much of the daily clutter we see is nothing more than items waiting to be thrown away or recycled, like junk mail, plastic wrappers, or old newspapers. Seniors who practice clean as you go never let these things linger. They take a quick moment to recycle or toss them as soon as they come in. If you adopt this mindset, you'll find that your coffee table or kitchen counters remain surprisingly uncluttered. Short-term pain, long-term gain. It's true that cleaning in the moment can feel like an extra step, especially if you're in a hurry. But seniors will tell you it's a lot less painful than dealing with a big mess later. One 71-year-old, Nancy, explains that if you do it right away, you'll forget it even happened. If you wait, you'll dread it. That dread can build up, turning what was once a 2-minute task into a half-hour ordeal. Mental relief. Cleaning as you go isn't just about the physical space. It's also about relieving mental space. When you know you've handled a mess immediately, you won't walk past it a dozen times feeling guilty or anxious about the looming chore. Instead, you free up your mind for more positive thoughts. This simple, proactive approach is the backbone of a tidy home, but there's a subtler side to maintaining an environment that feels effortlessly neat, and it's all about mindful minimizing. You might be surprised to see how significantly it affects a home's overall serenity. Less stuff, less stress. It might sound obvious, but the fewer items you have, the fewer items there are to clean, store, or rearrange. Seniors often achieve a sense of ease by focusing on what they truly need or cherish and letting go of what they don't. This doesn't mean living like a minimalist monk. It means being thoughtful about each belonging. Memories versus clutter. Many seniors cherish mementos from their past. Family photos, heirlooms, souvenirs. However, they distinguish between meaningful keepsakes and random items that serve no real purpose. For instance, if you're holding onto every greeting card you've ever received, you might decide to keep only the ones with heartfelt messages that spark genuine joy. The rest can be recycled. This approach helps maintain an environment filled with memories, not meaningless stacks of paper. Quality over quantity. Another core belief among seniors who keep tidy homes is choosing quality items that last. They'd rather have one reliable vacuum cleaner than 2 cheap ones that break down quickly, or a few sturdy sets of dishware rather than a cabinet overflowing with mismatched plates. Selecting quality leads to less waste, less clutter, and a simpler life. It also feels good to use items that work well every time, instead of sifting through extras that only create confusion. Regular giveaways and donations. If an item isn't being used, many seniors believe it can still serve a purpose in someone else's life. That's why they periodically gather things they no longer need, like clothes, small appliances, or home decor, and donate them to local charities. This routine does more than reduce clutter. It also gives them a rewarding sense of contributing to the community. And by keeping this cycle ongoing, they ensure that unwanted items don't gather dust in some forgotten closet. Mindful purchasing. The flip side of letting go is being cautious about what you bring into your home in the first place. Seniors who keep neat houses think twice before buying something new. They ask themselves whether they really really need it, whether they have space for it, and whether it will genuinely add value to their daily life. By practicing restraint, they avoid acquiring unnecessary items that would just need to be decluttered later. In essence, mindful minimizing is all about trimming down to what truly matters. It creates breathing room in your environment, giving you a clearer space to move, think, and relax. Still, even with fewer items, life can get messy if you don't periodically pause and reset. That's where short midday or evening checkpoints come in. A trick you'll soon see is key to a perpetually tidy home. What is a checkpoint? A checkpoint is a quick pause you schedule once or twice a day, often around midday and again in the evening, to scan your surroundings and tackle any clutter or mess that's popped up. It might sound formal, but in practice, it's just a 3 to 5 minute session of putting things back where they belong, discarding what's not needed, and straightening up surfaces. Consistency beats intensity. Many seniors who keep their homes spotless say they rarely spend more than 15 minutes at a time on cleaning. Instead, they sprinkle these mini sessions throughout the day. Let's say you take a lunch break at noon. Before returning to your tasks or heading out, you spend 5 minutes gathering any stray cups, wiping the counter, and putting away the spices used for lunch. Come evening, you do something similar, a short walkthrough of the living room and kitchen, tossing out the day's junk mail or repositioning pillows on the couch. Families joining in. These checkpoints are incredibly efficient when everyone in the home participates. If you have a spouse, child, or friend visiting, invite them to join. You might be surprised how quickly multiple hands can reset a living area. One 73-year-old, Arnold, mentions that when his grandchildren visit, he incorporates a quick, tidy time right before dinner. It's not an oppressive chore. It's a fun tradition, and everyone pitches in for a couple of minutes. The result is a home that's always ready for company, a breather for the mind. Beyond the physical aspect, these checkpoints provide a mental break. When you step away from your usual activities to reset your environment, you also reset your mindset. You take a moment to refocus, ensuring your living space is calm and supportive. This is particularly beneficial for seniors who sometimes experience fatigue or stress. Those few minutes of gentle tidying can be surprisingly soothing. Never letting things pile up. Regular checkpoints ensure you never face an overwhelming cleanup. Any clutter that accumulates between morning and lunchtime or between lunch and evening is swept away before it gains momentum. This method is the opposite of letting messes grow until a massive cleanup is unavoidable. Instead, it keeps your home in a near constant state of readiness. With midday and evening checkpoints, you'll find that your home feels perpetually cared for. But we're not done yet. One of the most underestimated tactics involves getting everyone on board in a more consistent daily manner. Let's explore how seniors make sure they're not the only ones tidying up, creating a shared sense of pride and responsibility. Shared responsibility. A tidy home isn't a solo act. Seniors who keep their spaces pristine typically have a knack for gently encouraging others to help. It's not about assigning heavy chores or turning daily living into an endless to-do list. Instead, it's about cultivating an environment where everyone naturally contributes, whether it's a spouse, a child, a grandchild, or even a caregiver. Clear expectations. One subtle way seniors achieve this cooperation is by setting clear expectations. If you take a plate to the living room, bring it back when you're done. If you open a drawer to find something, close it afterward. These aren't strict rules, but rather simple norms that keep the household running smoothly. Many seniors find that by modeling these behaviors themselves, they inspire others to do the same, making it fun. Some seniors turn cleanup into a lighthearted event. They'll play music during a quick tidying session or turn it into a game with grandchildren to see who can pick up the most items in a minute. This playful angle transforms what might feel like a chore into something more enjoyable. Over time, this fosters an atmosphere where each person sees the value in maintaining order. Positive reinforcement. When a family member does a small act of tidying, say wiping the table or folding blankets on the couch, seniors often offer a simple word of thanks or a compliment. This positive reinforcement encourages the habit to stick. It's human nature to want to help when you feel appreciated for it. Respect for personal spaces. Even in the tiddiest homes, people have personal areas, a bedroom, a desk, a craft corner, where they can keep items however they like. Seniors who successfully get everyone to pitch in also respect these private zones. They don't impose a harsh system on every inch of the house, which helps avoid resentment. Instead, They focus on common areas, living rooms, kitchens, hallways, where cleanliness benefits everyone equally. By involving the entire household, seniors spread out the workload and maintain harmony. No single individual ends up feeling burdened, and the shared efforts create a cozier home for everyone. Now, we've talked about morning routines, mindful minimizing, and even midday checkpoints. Up next is the nightly wind down, a final flourish that ties the entire day together, ensuring you greet tomorrow with a fresh start. Why nights matter? Morning routines often get all the attention, but seniors who keep clean homes know that evenings are just as crucial. The end of the day is when the hustle of daily activity settles, and you can address any lingering mess before it greets you at dawn. There's nothing quite like waking up to a clean kitchen and tidy living room. The sense of peace and readiness is remarkable. A quick home tour. One of the simplest ways seniors accomplish an evening reset is by doing a short tour of their main living areas. They might walk from the living room to the kitchen, picking up empty glasses or snack bowls, then continue on to the hallway to straighten any shoes that got tossed aside. This mini circuit ensures that anything out of place gets handled right away. A key point here is that the tour doesn't have to be rigorous. 2 to 5 minutes can be enough. Dishes and surfaces. Kitchens can become disaster zones after dinner if left unchecked. That's why many seniors make a point of loading or running the dishwasher immediately, rinsing pots and pans, and wiping down countertops. This routine prevents the dreaded next morning pileup of crusty plates and stuck-on food. It also sets a bright, welcoming stage for breakfast, preparing for tomorrow. Some seniors also take a few extra moments to set up for the following day. That might mean laying out clothes, gathering items they'll need in the morning like car keys or a water bottle, or organizing the mail so it's ready for tomorrow's errands. By pairing tidying tasks with small steps to prepare for the next day, they end each evening with a sense of calm and purpose. Bedroom bliss. Finally, many seniors ensure their bedrooms remain sanctuaries of rest. They might fluff their pillows, adjust blankets, or quickly straighten the nightstand. Some also enjoy a calming activity like reading or journaling after their nightly tidy, reinforcing that the bedroom is a place of peaceful retreat. The result is better sleep and a smoother morning, since no messy surprises await them at dawn. This nightly wind down completes the circle of daily habits. It blends seamlessly with everything we've covered: quick morning actions, mindful minimizing, midday checkpoints, and communal cooperation. But there's a bigger lesson at play, a guiding principle that underpins all these habits. In our concluding thoughts, we'll reveal what ties these strategies together, ensuring a consistently spotless home without the usual stress. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the time-tested strategies seniors use to keep their homes effortlessly clean. We'd love to hear from you. Which habit resonates with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know what new routine you're going to try. Your experiences could spark ideas for others searching for a sense of calm and order in their own homes. Remember, it's not about chasing perfection. It's about cultivating a steady flow of small actions that create a big impact. By embracing these daily rhythms, morning to night, day in and day out, you'll build a sanctuary that nurtures you, your family, and anyone lucky enough to step inside. Keep these lessons close and watch how easily your home transforms into the cozy, clutter-free haven you've always imagined.